All right, Kameeldoring. Let's dive in.
Yeah.
It's the hardwood for a South African braai, right? Like everyone knows that. And today, well, we've gathered a whole bunch of info about it to, see why it's so popular and maybe convince you to give it a shot.
Yeah, Kameeldoring. I mean, or camel thorn if you're not from around here. You know it comes from this specific type of tree
Okay.
that loves these like dry, harsh places like we've got here in southern Africa, Namibia. We're talking Acacia areoloba, sometimes called Vachellia areoloba. But yeah, it's serious hardwood, like dense,
Yeah,
936 kilograms per cubic meter.
All right, so I get dense, but what's that mean for a braai?
Okay.
For someone like me who wants to cook some boerewors, some chops.
Think of it this way. Imagine braaiing with like pine.
Yeah.
It's soft, burns quick, doesn't hold heat.
Right.
Kameeldoring, dense,
Yeah.
burns slow, burns hot. Those coals, they last, and they glow red, which is what you need for braaiing, especially if you're doing, thicker cuts of meat to cook it all the way through.
So it's not just about how long it burns, but the type of heat, right?
It's that intense, consistent heat
Yeah.
to get that perfect sear, lock in all the juices.
Yeah.
And Kameeldoring,
Yeah.
it nails it. Gives you that steady heat that turns a braai into, an experience. Plus, you get that smoky flavor.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Bushveld braai right there in your food.
Okay, see, that I get. Everyone talks about the smoky flavor, but I always thought it was just hype. So there's something about the wood that actually makes the food taste different.
Exactly. So Kameeldoring, very low moisture content, 1-2%. So it burns clean, not a lot of smoke. But the smoke it does give off, well, it's got this aroma,
Yeah.
because of what the wood's made of, not overpowering. Just a hint of earthy, almost sweet smokiness, perfect with the meat.
Like a secret weapon for a real South African braai.
It is. And, think about how easy it is with Kameeldoring. You're ready to braai like now, no waiting for wood to dry out. You chuck it on, boom, braai time.
Okay, now that I like low moisture, quick to burn, smoky flavor, just ticking the boxes. But where do they get this stuff? I've heard of Mother City Firewood. Are they legit?
They're one of the best, especially here in Cape Town. Been around over 10 years, get their Kameeldoring from Namibia. And get this, they only just went online, November 2023. So now anyone can order it online, delivered right to your door.
Oh, that's convenient. So I'm hearing I can get this braai wood delivered without even leaving the couch.
Exactly. And it's not just that. They're really big on sustainability, ethical sourcing, working with suppliers who harvest responsibly. So we can keep enjoying this, for years to come.
And that is something I like to hear. We South Africans love a good braai, but we also love our environment. So knowing the wood is ethically sourced, that makes a difference. But honestly, not everyone's as into braaiing as we are.
True. But even for those who aren't braai masters, Kameeldoring still changes things. Because a good braai, it's about bringing people together. It's good food, good company.
Yeah, it's a ritual, a tradition. It's how we do things here. And using the right wood, well, it makes it better for everyone.
Yeah, it's about memories, laughing around the fire, those simple things that make life good. And let's be honest, a braai just isn't the same without that Kameeldoring smell.
You're telling me that smell, it just takes you back. It's like summer, Good times. It's South Africa.
Yeah.
But speaking of good times, I was on the Mother City Firewood website, and they have these 20 kg bags of Kameeldoring. That's got to be enough for a lot of braais.
Yeah, for sure. Those big bags. Perfect if you're serious about your braai or, if you just want to be prepared, like braai insurance, just in case. Plus, usually you get a better price when you buy like that.
That's smart. And, when I think about it, good braai wood, it's like investing in good meat. That's all part of the experience, eh?
Exactly. Like anything you cook, ingredients matter. If you're using good meat, why use bad wood to cook it?
I never thought of it like that, but you're right. It's those little things that make a braai unforgettable. Speaking of, I read that one piece of Kameeldoring can burn for 30, 60 minutes. Is that even true?
Yeah, it's true. It all comes back to the density. Because it's so dense, it burns slow and steady for a long time. You don't have to keep adding wood. Makes for a more relaxed braai,
That's impressive. Burns hotter, cleaner, A&D lasts longer. Kameeldoring, the superhero of braai wood. But we've talked about the smoky flavor, but some people say it adds a sweetness to the meat, too. Have you noticed that?
It's subtle, but it's there. Not like sugary sweet, more like a natural, almost caramelized sweetness. From the wood itself, it mixes with the meat and brings out the flavor. It's just Kameeldoring,
Man, now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
It's amazing how just wood can change how food tastes. It's like nature's secret braai weapon. But let's go back to sustainability. We touched on it, but it's important.
Very important. And you know what? Kameeldoring is renewable. It grows naturally in these dry areas. So as long as we keep harvesting it properly, there'll always be more. It's a good cycle for us and the environment.
That's good to know. Like they say, take what you need, leave enough for others. It's about respect, making sure everyone can enjoy a braai now and later. Speaking of, do you have any like personal Kameeldoring stories?
Oh, loads. Everyone who grew up here has a Kameeldoring story, right? It's Braai, it's that smell. For me, it's family, Sunday afternoons. That feeling of like happiness, good food, good people under the African sky.
That's beautiful. It's more than just cooking, eh? It's about our history, our people, our land. But let's be real, Kameeldoring, it's probably more expensive than regular braai wood.
Well, yeah, it's a good product, so it costs a bit more. But think of it as an investment in quality. You get wood that burns better, lasts longer, less smoke, better taste, and it's sourced properly. Worth every rand.
That's a good point. It's not about the price, it's the value. And for a braai, come on, we got to go for the best. We're not just cooking, we're making memories. Before this deep dive, I didn't get the Kameeldoring thing. I thought wood is wood. But now, I get it.
Jay, once you see the difference, there's no going back. It's like braaiing 2.0.
It's funny, eh? How wood can start such a big conversation. But that's braai. It brings us together, gets us excited, reminds us of what's important.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a good way to think about Kameeldoring. It's more than just fire fuel. It's about our shared history, our love for good food, our connection to this place.
It's like a reminder that sometimes the best things are the simple things, the natural things, the real things.
Yeah, and when you braai with Kameeldoring, it's like you're part of something bigger, that tradition, connected to the land, the people, like going back centuries.
Pretty powerful stuff. Okay, before we wrap up this Kameeldoring deep dive, one last question. If someone's trying Kameeldoring for the first time, what's your advice?
Don't be scared to try things. Kameeldoring, it can handle anything. Sure, steaks, boerewors, that's classic, but chicken, lamb, pork, even veggies. Imagine those smoky peppers, onions. Oh, man.
Now you're making me hungry again. But yeah, I think the main thing is to relax, enjoy it, have that South African spirit, Let the fire, the smell, make it a braai to remember. And if you're ready to try it, where's the best place to get some?
Well, we've talked about Mother City Firewood. They're the guys, especially here in Cape Town. Easy to order online, anywhere in South Africa. And they do things the right way, sustainably. So you feel good about it.
It's all good then. Good wood, easy to get, and they care about the environment. Perfect. So there you have it, Kameeldoring, the king of braai wood, part of our culture, the secret to an amazing braai.
And remember, braaiing, it's more than cooking, it's a way of life. So grab your friends, family, light that fire, and let the Kameeldoring do its magic.
Until next time, happy braaiing.